Citrine Isles, a Pokemon fanfic, set before Ash starts the Orange Island League. This one's quite a doozy at 763,000 words. I don't know how I read it all in one day. I know you guys aren't reading monsters like I am, so you'll probably finish this fic in a month. This fic isn't a believer in setups and payoffs and character arcs and stuff. It's mainly just having fun with characters being on a journey, like the main Pokemon anime is. It's a tad more serious and plot-driven than the Pokemon anime. There's this big mystery about something called the Crucible, and I think that's very fun in this fic. It really keeps you guessing at what it is. This fic's premise is that Ash, Brock, and Misty get trapped on an island where everyone or Pokemon they're cut off from human society entirely, and they're turned into Pokemon and they go on a Pokemon journey with the standard gym battles and stuff. The Pokemon supposedly hate humans, but never anything gets done with that on a meaningful level. It's sort of an arbitrary secret in this. Don't get me wrong, it does add tension sometimes, particularly the few times it does come up. Brock's actually the standout character in the initial part. He gets a lot of character growth, learning to deal with his attractions to women as a Pokemon, his lack of attractions to Pokemon, and growing, budding attractions to Pokemon. It's a fun direction to take his character in addition to giving him the only non-bipedal form. He's a Rockruff here. Ash's interactions with Pikachu are okay. There are huge spoilers in relation to how Ash is treated in this fic, particularly about Ash's family, including his dad. It feels kind of too chosen special one for my taste. Delia Ketchum gets turned into an OC with an entirely different personality later on in the fic. It's narratively and emotionally justified, but it didn't quite sit right with me. One of the main characters in this fic, Azorwa, is pretty interesting. She stands out, not in a bad way. She gets caught between the human and Pokemon worlds in an interesting way. There's a funny bit with her towards the beginning that I laughed at. Laughs are rare. Team Rocket are surprisingly competent in this fic. They're not the bad guys here. They're on the side of the law here, mainly because they can't kidnap Pokemon while also being Pokemon without it being awkward. I feel like Jessie got the most attention here. She still is vain, but she has this inner conflict about how worthwhile trying to capture Pikachu every day is. Misty kind of gets caught between wanting to stay a Pokemon and wanting to be a human too. There's this specific curse around the Isles that makes you forget it if you leave it, including your entire life if you were born there. It's a source of tension throughout the fic, even more so than the Pokemon don't like humans here thing. Let's just say that I did not expect Pikachu to make a fashion bargain over losing precious friendship memories. Expect a lot of out-of-region Pokemon, and I actually forgave it this time because Citrine in Kanto is kind of like a haven for Pokemon from all over the world. Family is a pretty important theme in this fic because there are people who have left the Isles and started complicated families. I give this fic 70 engagement points out of 100%. It stretches itself a little thin at times with its word count. If you love world building and exploring characters through world building, this is the fic for you. Its calculated score on the site is 74%. That's kudos divided by the average hits per chapters, though its kudos per hits total is 1%. Not many people left kudos on this monster of a fic. Most long fics get more than 1,000, though I suppose this low percentage rating is due to the amount of people who read this.